Every day is a winding road. Get a little bit closer. All right, we sound good. Buckle up. So, I was out to dinner the other night, and I had this little robot here deliver me food. It's safe to say 2025, it's a whole new world. Things are changing. And I don't like it. I was honestly blown away. Went out for a crab boil. But this is where the world's going, all right? We're starting out 2025. I think it's the start of a new era, honestly. The robot wasn't that. I had to touch it. I couldn't believe it. But we're starting out the 2025 strong, okay? We got the entire LA is just burning to the ground, okay? Some people are saying it's a massive land grab. That's like the conspiracy, right? Not to use that word, but it's been decimated. Okay, and since 2020, really, things have been pretty gnarly, right? So we're gonna talk about it. We'll start off with old man Rickles here, old man Jenkins Jr. 2025 will be fun. He just has some list of some kind of bizarre stuff that's being put into place in 2025. But I honestly do believe it is like the start of a new beginning. Anyways, let's party.
8 major things that are going to happen between now and the end of 2025. I can't see us being around much longer.
All right, that's a little intense.
Number 1, the Catholic Church theme for 2025 is political love. This is the marriage of religion and politics, the revived Roman Empire. This is the Babylon system, and that begins January 1st, 2025.
Comments like these are the...
Before we get into this, dude, that is a thing, like separation of church and state. It's kind of... I mean, it's bizarre. I'm not going to talk too much about that. You will get canceled for that. But this one's trippy. Just kind of segue real quick.
Problem. Nails have nothing to do with sexual orientation, nor does any other materialistic thing have anything to do with sexual orientation. If y'all listen to anything I said in my last video, I said I wear nails as just a way I express myself. It's literally a form of art. Like, it's love, it's beautiful, and you cannot lie. These nails are dope.
I know. I mean, just look at it. But this is like, things are so confusing. It's almost like there's no rules anymore. You know, if you look at this dude, originally you go like, oh, he's a badass guy. He's been to prison. Now it's like, wait, what? I see more of this like, it's going to get even weirder. And it's really great entertainment, honestly. Not to bring up like, oh, do you prefer penis, bro? That's just more of like, you know, first it's like the separation of church and state. And now it's like, he looks like a full-blown Christian. Not to make jokes like that. I'm just kidding. Okay. Just joking around. For anybody who's religious. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying it's getting a bit intense. It almost is like Babylon or something biblical. I know. It's 2025. I just thought this was funny.
Like, it's only the people on the internet that always have questions about my sexuality. Like, I really don't understand. Like,
by May 7th, 2025, digital ID is a must requirement if you're going to be flying. December 27th, 2024 is going to be Pandemic Preparedness Day. Wonder what's coming up.
Oh, I don't like that.
By early 2025, most realtors in the United States
this is
will be
trippy.
using biometric payment systems where they use your hand or your face to pay. Pretty soon, they'll be getting rid of the card readers, and you will have to use biometrics.
I'm going to jump in here with a little quick commercial break. I get a lot of you guys hitting me up trying to get on the phone with me. You want to know how to do YouTube. Some of you just want to talk. You just want to hang out. Just want to talk to me. Well, guess what? Thanks to our new sponsor of the channel, Connect With Me, you now can. This number is you can reach me at this number. Thanks to connect with me. And this is for people who want to do consulting, coaching, any kind of talking on the phone with strangers, giving them information for money kind of business. Connect with me is great, especially for YouTubers, because they provide you with a fake number. Where I don't have to worry about people texting me at night or having my real information. And using the app, I can turn it on and off. But here's my favorite part, is instead of having to charge people an hour, Connect with me bills them by the minute. So you could set a rate as low as $1 a minute, or, as much as you want, really. My rate's $5 a minute. So if you want to just talk for 7 minutes, 5 times 7, bingo, you're in heaven. You're on the phone. And for the consumer, you don't need to worry about the app. You simply call this number here. They're going to go, hey, what's your card number, Big Daddy? Next thing you know, you're on the phone with me, spending money, flapping your yap, having a gay old time. So anyways, if you're anyone like me, you don't want to worry about scheduling, you don't have to worry about billing, you don't have to worry about giving your phone number out to the masses, Connect with me is great. And for the consumer, don't worry about the app. Just hit up the number, bingo boingo, connectwithme.com. It's a beautiful world. Anyways, back to the show. And I was concerned about this article. Goodbye to the $100 bill. America confirms to ban these. Now, I'm a big cash daddy, all right? I always carry cash on me just because I know what happens. I know the future. I know the future. No, I don't mean that. I'm just saying once this disappears, if it ever does, hopefully it won't, I advise you guys pay cash places. But, I was really concerned for a while. I don't really care anymore. I'm just like, whatever. It's going the way it's going. Let's just laugh it off. Just walk it off. But now it's gotten to the point, if you've caught any of my recent videos, people are literally putting chips in their palms and paying. I don't even have face recognition on this. I keep a piece of tape on the camera just because, if they're going to tap into this or tap into, some kind of camera somewhere, at least don't let them do it in my pocket. I don't even look at my penis, you know what I mean? Hey, nice dick. But that is trippy to think, though, that this is a real conversation here, with the kind of getting rid of cash, but not even just for cards. It's imagine having to pay with your face. I'm not even going to read this article, but that's some next level stuff. I swear, dude, since 2020, things are just, it's kind of, 2025 will be fun. Yeah, I agree. Anyways.
Most of you know about the 5 red heifers. The red heifer has to be sacrificed in...
Okay, he was getting super biblical there, but let's pivot a little bit. These robots, all right? Check out this robot here. This is just... I had a robot deliver me food, but now I'm looking at, imagine if this delivered you food. Check this out. It's just... trippy stuff.
How much are they?
So a robot like Melody is $150,000, and that's fully AI capable and customized. We can actually make the robot look like anything you want. So you can come to us and say, we would like to give us a picture of someone, and we can make that robot customized to you, and we can customize the AI so that it knows exactly what you want it to know. So it can learn about your company, it can learn about your product,
okay,
or it can be your girlfriend.
Are we going to be like, this is my God, this is my family member?
Well, you could. We always say you can take our robots as a date to a wedding. And we have this here on display for people to touch, so you can give that a feel and see how that...
This is Melody. I love her. Little robot bitch. Lord knows what her and Alexa are going to be doing at night. Get Siri involved. I just... Maybe maybe I shouldn't be surprised, but when do you guys think that this is going to be when we walk in somewhere, when we go, to the function, you got Melody and Rodriguez, the robot, kind of serving you hors d'oeuvres or dating your brother. And then you got the gay robots you got to worry about. They're taking over. But what if it's like a Pinocchio situation? Now the robot wants to be a human. I know. I think about these things for you and our safety. I'm just kidding. Anyways, but this is like a lot of people are kind of, once you really start looking at this stuff, you're just going, if you're like me, I don't want anything to do with it. I don't use Alexa. I don't use Siri. I don't use facial recognition. I'm sure they have it on me. I'm in the system. Lord knows it. We've already talked about our permanent record, the FBI files. But this is another one, right? 2020. It's like the Great Awakening. I see through it now. This one goes, this is like a lot of people's rhetoric. They think like these celebrities and stuff are kind of just, not robots, but kind of placed there. They're just the faces. Elon Musk doesn't run any of his companies. He's an actor and a figurehead, a composite. He does not run SpaceX, Tesla, etc. These are all projects by our rulers. This is like a big one, right? And remember, when we're talking about this, just remember, we're just talking out of our, flapping our yapper, talking out of our butt cheeks. Okay? But this is like kind of making him look like he's like a robot, and the people would think it's like a psyop or something. And sometimes I go, yeah, kind of makes sense, after the whole COVID thing, it kind of does make sense. Like this person goes, Hollywood is the government. The government hired. Some of your favorite celebrities are actors hired by the government. The agenda has always been to keep you under control. These fires in LA are a huge part of their agenda. Yeah, okay, I'm not going to read all that. We don't want to get canceled here, or I don't, because I still got to be plugged into the matrix, making money here. Lord knows I need it. But that's like a big one, right? It's like no one trusts anything anymore. Some of you probably don't even trust me. You're like, this dude in the red leather jacket? Forget it. No way. I get it, because I've been, put it this way, not to get too crazy, but I'm not signed to like any agencies, or I'm independent, right? And basically all I did was sign a Google agreement to get paid through Google from YouTube. But you wouldn't believe how many like YouTubers, like, like the guys sitting in a room, like real low effort. It's just like a bed behind them in their bedroom, with like 50,000 subs. You wouldn't 50,000 subscribers. You wouldn't believe how many of those people are like signed to like a Hollywood agency. True story. I had one of the big CAA creative artist agencies hit me up to sign me, and they represent like AC/DC and Justin Bieber. And I was confused, I'm like, what? And that's how I kind of learned. I learned about it. I started looking at all the people they had signed. Not that they're running the show. I'm just letting you know sometimes things aren't what they seem. It's kind of trippy, dude. It really is, honestly. But I guess you want to get to the next level, you gotta dance with the devil. Anyways, let's pivot. Let's go back to this lady. Kind of pivot subjects here. This is something that I think is going to kind of get harder for all of us, and that's making enough money to survive. So this is fun.
So how do you guys get by? I'm really curious. Are you a two-income household? Do you have generational wealth? Like, what's going on? Because everything is simply too expensive, and I just don't understand how people are getting by, especially if they have kids.
So the way I'm getting by is basically just working every day, getting internet money, and then I do have my lady that works with me, so we take the pressure off each other. I keep my bills extremely low. I drive old cars. I have no car payments. I basically eat every other day. No, I'm just kidding. I'm actually doing fairly well, but it's only because I've tapped into this like internet money. But before that, I had to have 2 jobs. And now I get to have 1 job, and I just always go, I hope this month I do good. That's every month, just like everybody else, you know. But this is another way too. Government assistance. We just did a video on the food stamps getting cut from everybody, and this is kind of some of the stuff that's happening from people bragging about it online. Apparently, this lady here received a letter from the EBT office saying she has to pay back $27,000 because of her social media stuff. So, but that's a big one, government assistance.
It says, therefore, over the last 6 months, you received benefits that did not belong to you and needs to be paid back. You know how much I have to pay back?
Yeah, $27,000.
Do you want to know how much food stamps I have to pay back?
Tell us.
I have to pay back $27,000. Good thing is that they offer a payment plan, because where the fuck am I gonna get $27,000 off of? And guess what? I'm not even gonna pay it. Y'all have to prove to me. You're
being lied.
She goes, y'all have to prove to me. Before this guy gets into it, check this one out. Hold on, I forgot to put this in the video, but this was like a big eye-opener for me. So this right here, let me full screen this. This was, hold on. This lady made $15,000 for the year, but since she had 2 kids, she got back $8,500. She made $15,000 for the year. Hold on. Okay, so basically $1,200 a month. 1,370, and whatever. You get the point. $1,200 a month, basically. $1,300 a month. But since she had 2 kids, she got back, you guessed it, $8,000. So that's a big one. Tax incomes. Just have some kids. Don't make a lot of money. Government assistance. I'm just kidding. I don't mean to make light of that. It's just I know that I'm gonna pay in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna pay in heavy, but I'm also blessed at the same time. Like, I'm grateful for that. But this is just, you know, it's a big concern, and I'm slightly worried about it. I don't stay up at night, but I don't see it getting much better. Does that make sense? Like, I feel as if it's the wealth gap is going to continue. This guy breaks it down really well. He's a very animated character, but he kind of breaks down like how hard it is.
And I'd like to prove it. In 1989, do you know how much it cost to get started in America? First, let's define what getting started is. I define it as being able to have a roof over your head, a median mortgage. You have 2 kids, 2 used cars. You got to get to your job. You got gas and insurance for the car. You got 1 bout of student debt because one of you had to get a degree. You got power, you got food, you got phone, and you got health insurance. If you locked all of those in 1989, you know how much it cost to get started? $2,291 a month. You know how much that was in 1981? It was $2,171 per month. In 1998, it was $2,636. Zach, why are you telling me this? Well, I'm telling you this because you keep getting told the economy's great. Economy's booming. What's your problem? What are you doing? You're being lazy. Work harder. We went through this. We went through hard times. We still made it. You'll get your opportunity. The boomers will die soon. Shut up. Shut up.
Shut up. This guy's great.
You're being gaslit because those numbers, I just told you, median home, I'm about to give you 2024. Median home, 2 kids, 2 used cars, gas, 1 bout of student debt, power, food, phone, and health insurance. It was $2,171 in 81. It was $2,291 in 1989. It was $2,636 a month in 1998. Do you know how much the number is today? It's $7,368. Getting started in America now costs $88,000 a year. Zach, that's not true. You're being dramatic. Okay. The numbers are the median mortgage in America is $2,560, two childs, $2,300 to get them cared for. 2 used cars, $900. That's $450 for each off the lot. That's actually lower than the median car payment. $410 for gas, $400 for your student debt, $198 for power. That's a little low. Food, $800 a month. Phone, $150 a month. Might be low. Health insurance, $500, probably low for your household, bringing you to $7,368. I didn't even incorporate tax. Brings you to $7,368 a month, $88,416 a year, meaning based off the median income per household in 2024, which is $74,580. I need to slow down. It means that if you got started in America making the median amount that American makes, you would still need another $14,000 just to get started. No savings, no investments, and you haven't even paid taxes yet. You're not working hard enough. You're gonna get there one day. Keep getting it. Pick yourself up by the bootstraps. If you feel phrases like this and conversations like this are becoming more and more common, that you're being gaslit into thinking you need to be more successful than you are, the numbers don't lie. It is more expensive and more difficult to get started in America today than it's ever been.
He was being generous too with a lot of those numbers. I think that's a big reason people don't even want to have kids. You know, like I'm 35. All my friends didn't have their kids till their 30s. I feel like that's the new kind of thing. He's not tripping. It almost seems on purpose. Not to get too down the rabbit hole with you, okay? But it kind of does. Like, it really does. It's like everything, it is trippy. It's trippy. I'm not the only one. You guys tell me if I'm bugging out, but it's eventually, you know, you might have people in your life that kind of just, they haven't seen it yet. Well, I feel like 2025 is going to be the real year where a lot of people are just like, they finally pop out and they go, oh my God. Anyways, so we're going to end with the TikTok ban. This guy goes, it's much worse than you think. Pay it. Remember what we talked about this whole way? It's almost like things are done on purpose. Well, the TikTok ban cost a living. Okay, a lot of people are making a living off of this, right? Finding a way to navigate this new world. He breaks it down right here, though.
This is not a ban. This is the United States trying to consolidate power and media. The United States is saying, oh, we're trying to ban TikTok because of security reasons. When have they ever cared about security? Facebook has been stealing information for years. Google, information for years. But they're US operated. So it doesn't matter, right? Because the United States gets to control the narrative. They want to ban TikTok because they want to buy TikTok so they can control what you see. They want to control your data, your information, your voice. This is not about protecting Americans. This is about consolidating power. Do not let them. But we don't really have much of a choice, do we? So good luck to us.
He's got a valid point. I mean, think about it. A lot of people, I'm going to say upwards of, I'd say about a good million people, probably more, have found a way to offset their income doing this. Like what I'm doing now. And it's got a point. I really do think it's kind of like you're getting squeezed out. I'm not saying everybody's in on it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think just everyone's in on it. It's you know, people working at the courthouse, right? Cops, people in kind of your regular people like me. If I were to work in a government situation, it's not like we're necessarily aware of it. It's just we're just doing our jobs. Does that make sense? So he's got a point. Like, what are you gonna do about it? It does seem like it's almost on purpose. It really is. It's pretty bizarre,
Let's
man.
go.
It really is trippy. You know, the fact that it's kind of like the fact that I'm doing this for a living. It does trip me out. It seems like things are changing so much, so fast, all the time. And I think about that. I go, oh man, am I gonna have to learn something different again? Down, you know, in 3 to 5 years? Is this gonna get, you know, like, I mean, the way I'm talking, they're definitely gonna get rid of me. I'm just kidding. We're just having the conversation. I don't know what's what anymore. I just find it all fascinating. You can't tell me these nails aren't dope. Anyways, hell of a talk. You guys leave your thoughts. I know you don't care about the TikTok ban, and you don't care about a lot of this stuff, but if you made it this far, you get it. It's not about that. It's the fact that this stronghold they have on us, whoever they are, you know, the lizard people, Just kidding. Joking. Anyways, you guys can hit me up on this number if you want. It is a pay per minute. Leave the information down below. Don't forget about Connect with me. Also got the second channel. Hell of a talk. Hey, well, you got to laugh it off. Just walk it off. No big deal. Good talk.